All right, let's talk about a piece of technology that pretty much all of us use every single day, maybe without even thinking about it. We're going to break down how image and, yep, face recognition actually work. So let's just start with the most obvious question. You hold up your phone, it takes a quick look at you, and bam, it's unlocked. It seriously feels like magic, right? But what's actually going on in that split second? How does that little device know that it's you and not your brother or your best friend? Well, let's dive in. So, to get how your phone knows your face, we first have to zoom out a little and understand a much bigger concept. How in the world do you teach a machine to see anything at all? We're essentially taking a device that's completely blind and giving it a kind of sight. Now, this is the key thing you have to get. When we say a computer sees something, it's nothing like how you and I see. A computer doesn't look at a photo and see a cute cat. It sees a giant wall of numbers, of data. Its only job is to sift through all that data and find mathematical patterns that we've told it means cat. Okay, so it's all about patterns in data. But how does a machine even begin to find them? Let's get into the fundamentals of how this whole thing works from the ground up. I want you to picture any digital photo you've ever taken. To a computer, that photo is basically just a huge paint-by-numbers grid. Seriously, each tiny square in that grid is a pixel, and every single pixel has a number assigned to it that represents its color. That's it. Your face, a beautiful sunset at your car, it's all just a massive grid of numbers to a computer. So at its heart, image recognition is just the process of teaching a computer to look at that grid of numbers and then make a really good guess about what it's looking at. It's not just about naming an object, but also figuring out what's happening, like someone running or smiling. And this whole thing happens in a pretty straightforward three-step process. First, the input. The system gets fed that grid of pixels. Then it goes into what's called feature extraction. It starts looking for simple patterns, like edges, corners, and groups of color. And finally, classification. It compares those patterns to a huge library of stuff it's already been trained on and makes a guess, like, based on these shapes, there's an 85% chance this is a dog. But here's the thing, identifying a cat is one thing. Identifying one specific person out of billions? Whoa, that's a whole different level of difficulty. And that's where we shift from general image recognition to the really specific world of face recognition. Just think about the difference for a second. General image recognition is all about big, broad categories. It sees four wheels and a metal box and it goes, yep, that's a car. But face recognition has to tell your face apart from millions of others. It can't just look at general shapes. It has to analyze the tiniest, most subtle geometric details that make you look like you. A great way to think about it is like a caricature artist at a theme park. They don't draw every single hair on your head, right? Nope. They zero in on the key features that make your face unique. The shape of your nose, the distance between your eyes, your chin. A computer does the exact same thing, just with math. It locks onto your unique facial landmarks. Okay, so we know it's looking for those unique features. So let's get to the main event. What are the exact steps your phone takes to identify you in less than a second? Here's the secret sauce. It's a four-step dance. Step 1, face detection. The system finds a face in the frame and ignores everything else in the background. Step 2, analysis. It maps out all the key points on your face, the exact distance between your eyes, the width of your nose, the shape of your jawline. Step 3, it turns that unique map into a complex string of numbers, a mathematical signature we call a face print. And finally, step 4, comparison. It takes that new face print and checks it against the one it has stored for you. If they match, you're in. And this is a really, really important point. Your phone is not storing a secret album of your selfies. It's storing that face print, that super complex mathematical formula. It's not a picture, it's a code. And that's what makes the whole system so fast and, in theory, more secure. So let's pull the camera back for a second. Why does any of this matter? Well, because this unbelievably powerful technology isn't just on our phones anymore. It is quietly weaving itself into the very fabric of our world. And you're seeing this tech pop up everywhere. I mean, of course, there's unlocking your phone or tagging your friends on social media, but it's also being used in some really high-stakes situations. Think airport security lines, getting into secure buildings, police investigations, and even just verifying who you are when you log into your banking app. It's fast becoming the default tool for both convenience and security. And all of this leaves us with one last massive question.